Hello mga boss! Welcome back na naman sa ating panibagong video. Medyo mahina na yung boses ko ngayon kasi marami nagtulog. Okay, here we go. So ayun, magdi-discuss muna ako ngayon sa job interview tips and most common question during a job interview. Number one most common, okay? And then yet a lot of people is having a hard time na ma-express yung sarili nila sa question na to. Okay? Ito yung question na tell me about yourself or introduce yourself, walk me through about yourself, tell me a background of yourself. So those are different questions but it's just the same thought, okay? It's just the same question anyway. So going back on this, how are you able to answer this question na makaka-create ka ng good impact sa interviewer mo? Okay. So usually pag tayo sumasagot nito, napuprovide tayo ng name natin, age, our studies, and sometimes parents. Then we move forward right away with our hobbies and our skills, a short something like that. That's how we introduce ourselves. But now, there are really times that it doesn't create a good impact. Okay, so for example, let me just say like that. So, my name is Dr. Pat and I am 18 years old and I live in Cebu City. And my mother's name, my father's name is this and this. And then my skills is actually I'm hardworking, I am flexible, and I can work under pressure. My hobbies are playing basketball, singing, and dancing. So that's it. That's how you introduce yourself and you stop right there. But it doesn't create a good impact. Okay, so how can we create a good impact? So now I will teach you on that. What are the three things that we should focus on this? First things first is your studies and experience. Okay, high school graduate ka man, college graduate ka man, senior high school graduate ka man, or college level ka man. It's just always pagyabang mo yung studies mo. Okay? Why? It's because this is the best way for you to mention them that you are a potential applicant, na doon mo mapapatunayan na you are a hardworking person. As a student, you can be a hardworking person. Okay? Tell them about your studies. What do you do about your studies? During the time that you are still studying, what do you do? What are the things that you usually work on? Okay, especially it applies no sa mga walang experience dyan. So of course you cannot discuss about work experience, so you can discuss about your study experience. Okay, magagamit mo yun, yung mga study experience mo, i-apply mo dun sa job mo. You can say, I can work under pressure because when I was studying, I was actually on pressure of doing this and that, more project, more assignments, but I still able to graduate, I'm still able to achieve it. So, ganun, di ba? Nakuha mo, hinighlight mo lang yung studies mo, and then I believe I can make it since based on my learnings and my studies, I can still apply this one to this current job that I am applying for this position. Okay? Simple as that. Okay? Always highlight your studies. Hindi porket high school graduate ka lang, senior high school graduate ka lang, college graduate ka, di mo ipagmamayabang studies mo. Kasi usually guys, ang nangyayari, nakakalimutan natin i-highlight yung studies natin matapos nating pinaghirapan ng ilang taon. Di nyo hina-highlight yan during a job interview. Kaya yun yung gusto kong i-remind sa inyo. You should highlight your studies during a job interview. Okay? Pagmayabang mo yung studies mo, pagmayabang mo yung mga time na ginagawa mo during the time that you're still studying. Okay? Ano yung mga bagay, mga na-achieve mo noon? Ano yung mga project, assignments na na-achieve mo noon? Diba? Some simple things, guys, but actually a good thing to create a good impact to your interviewer. Okay? Now, second thing is experience, work experience. Okay? So, this applies na naman sa mga tao may experience, of course, sa job. Okay? Always highlight that one, discuss it, discuss how you do your job before and how you will be able to apply it again to the current job that you're applying right now. Okay, so always highlight your experience, what you can do and what you can make it what you can do for more for a better thing. Okay, ewan ko, parang nabubulol na ako sa mga pinagsasabi ko, but yun, always highlight your experience as well. Ano yung mga achievement mo during the time also na nagwo-work ka. Okay, always highlight those. Okay, and then the second thing na you should highlight is usually nangyayari talaga to, sinasabi lang yung mga skills and hobbies. Okay, so yun tayo guys, nakakalimutan din natin i-highlight yung skills and hobbies. Remember this one, walang sense yung skills mo, walang sense yung hobbies mo if you don't elaborate. Okay, you don't relate it to the job. Okay, say for example, you can say, I'm a hardworking person. I am flexible. I am, what else? I can work under pressure. Okay, so those are your skills. Okay, it's quite understandable naman that if you are working, you should have that kind of skills. Okay, but you just forgot to elaborate that one para naman makakreate ka ng good impression. In what way you are a hardworking person? Well, actually, I'm hardworking just because every time there is a task or projects that my immediate supervisor or manager is asking to me, I always finish it on time. Okay, I can work under pressure even though I do have less time to do it. I always make sure that I can do it. Okay, I am flexible because even though it's really hard, I still do accept it. So that's my role, that's my job. So that's how flexible I am. So ganun guys. Okay, so you should elaborate your skills, discuss your skills, explain your skills. Okay, don't just mention it, because mentioning your skills doesn't create a good impact. Okay? Ano ngayon kung hardworking ka? Ano ngayon? Paano mo mapapatunayan? Ganun yung dating dapat doon. Paano mo mapapatunayan na hardworking ka? Paano mo mapapatunayan na flexible ka? Paano mo mapapatunayan na can work under pressure ka? So you should tell something about it. Okay? And same goes with your hobbies. Just like for example, you mentioned, I love playing basketball, I love singing, I love dancing. So the heck what it is, you're applying for a job, and so how can we use your hobbies on this current job that you are applying, on this current position that you're applying? Okay, so does not make sense if you're just mentioning it, but how you can make it na may sense yung hobbies mo, na may sense yung things na ginagawa mo. You can just mention this. Well, I love playing basketball because I really wanted to make my body always healthy. So basketball can make me healthy and avoid me from sickness. In that way, I can do my job better. In that way, I can avoid absences and lates. And also, I love singing and dancing because this is actually my stress reliever. In that way as well, I am able to handle stress on my job just because, of course, I do have my stress reliever, which are my hobbies. Okay, so that's it, guys. So my sense na ngayon ang sinasabi mong hobbies. Okay, so that's how you make your skills and habits na may sense. Okay, because if you are just going to mention it, walang sense yun, it cannot create a good impact. Okay, so elaborating and relating it to the job position that you are applying can create a good impact. Okay, and the third thing that you should know or highlight is, of course, yung mga achievements mo, awards mo, participation mo sa mga organization or sa school or whatsoever. Okay, highlight mo rin yon. Why? It's because it's still a thing, it's still a job. Okay? You are able to make the job well. I mean, you're able to achieve things just because you do the job well. You have achievements or you have awards. Okay? You have participation, so it means you're still doing a job. So, ganon yung i-highlight nyo, guys. Yung mga achievements nyo, yung mga awards nyo, participation nyo sa isang mga organization or whatsoever. And always highlight and elaborate that one. So, for example, I was awarded as a Rising Star or Best Employee of the Month. That's actually one of my achievements in work and one of my awards as well. So the reason why I got this kind of award is because I really do my job well, and I always make sure that I can give my 100%. And so this is actually the result. Okay, so see that one, hina-highlight mo yung bagay na nangyari sa buhay mo. In that way, napapaisip din yung mga interviewer niyo. O nga, no, magaling pala siya, may prueba siya eh. Ayan, no, may certificate. Ayan, may nakalagay dito sa niya, profile. 'Di ba? Syempre di ka naman maglalagay ng information sa profile mo na hindi totoo, 'di ba? So, yun guys. Okay, yung mga participation mo sa organization, kung ano mang organization yan, yung organization na of course for I should call this one for community service and something like that. So that's actually a good idea because company has also sometimes doing community service or mga participation mo. So it means pala kahit konti na lang ang kahit pala kakarampot ng time mo, nagbibigay ka ng participation to other organization, which also na there are things also na pwede ka sa company na mag-give ka rin ng extra time sa company. So that way, they can think, pwede din siya magbigay ng extra time for the company for overtime, something like this, or if there is things, so he or she is good for this and that. If there is event, something like this, so you are good to participate. So yung mga tipong ganun, so it still create or think the interviewer na ay may magagawa pala to. Okay? May magagawa to kasi nagawa na nga niya dati sa mga previous organization niya, sa mga experiences niya. So it means magagawa niya rin to dito sa amin. So that way guys, ganun mo kalawak dapat i-introduce yung self mo. Kung tinatanong kang, tell me about yourself. Okay? Para naman lahat ng bagay na dapat nilang malaman, alam na nila. Kasi nga, sinasabi ko sa inyo, bakit siya powerful na question. It's because sa tanong pa lang na ito guys, kung sinagot mo na lahat, malilesen mo yung questions ng interviewer. Okay? Malilesen mo yung questions nila na hindi sila tanong na, kaya mo ba to? Kaya mo ba to? Hindi ako ba to para magpatalo? Hindi, ganun guys. So, diba, malilesen mo yung mga bagay na dapat itanong nila tungkol sa'yo. Okay? Just because you already tell everything about yourself. Now, after telling about yourself, your things, what you can do, that will move on to the next questions na sa mga psychological questions and work commitment questions. And itatopic natin yan sa susunod na video natin. Abangan nyo lang yan guys para may mas matutunan pa kayo mga job interview tips. And yun lang guys, take note lang talaga sa tatlong bagay na yun. Again, your studies and experience, your skills and hobbies, your achievements, awards, and participation. Okay? Yun lang dapat mong i-elaborate, i-discuss always ipagyabang always sa mga interviewer nyo para, of course, you can get the job. Okay? So, I hope that you learned from it and see you on the next video. And cut!